Hello and welcome back. This is Anything Relevant, and I'm going to do another dream casting. And this movie that we're going to dream cast together is going to be Batman. Batman has been in a little bit of a lull. It's been having some trouble. Now, I am not a Ben Affleck hater. I just don't think Ben Affleck got to play Batman the way he wanted to. But I'm not gonna sound that horn anymore. I've already spoke about it before. I've just said it now. So we're gonna move on. This is gonna be a little different than the X-Men one. The X-Men, I just had single actors and actresses for the roles. This time around, I got a handful for each of the roles that I'm gonna mention. So first off, I'm gonna mention what roles will be cast in this Batman movie. We're gonna do Batman Bruce Wayne. We're going to do Mother and Father. We're going to do Alfred. We're going to do Robin, Commissioner Gordon, Mr. Fox, Catwoman, Harvey Dent, District Attorney, not Two-Face, and Harley Quinn, not like Dr. Harley Quinn, not crazy person. So let's go back to Bruce Wayne. Many options, and with these options you get completely different films, and that's why I like the ideas of all these different, because they're all different ages, they all act differently, and I like the inspiration that comes to mind with a lot of these choices. So Bruce Wayne, Kit Harington, if you don't know who he is, Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, Leonardo DiCaprio, and yet again another person I like, Zac Efron. He would make a good Batman, in my opinion. Short, but I think he'd do good. Keanu Reeves, I think he'd make a great Batman. Oscar Isaac, I think he'd make a great Batman. And this one's a little out of nowhere, but I think it would surprise you. Chris Pratt as Batman. I think that would be great. Martha Wayne, Mila Jovovich, Eva Green, Nicole Kidman, Olivia Wilde, and Anna Kendrick. You know what? I just realized Nicole Kidman is a no-go. She was in Aquaman. But let's Mila Jovovich, Eva Green, Olivia Wilde, or Anna Kendrick. Now, I wouldn't do the alley. You're thinking, oh, you're going to do the origin, the alley again? No. These will just be moments. Just moments that you're going to capture at the dinner table, in the kitchen, on your way out the door to a big event, blah, blah, blah. Just little moments to show how incredible of a couple Bruce Wayne's parents were, and how they related to him, and how they connected to him, and how they treated him, how they were raising him. You do these type of back moments. Not that alley. Everyone knows the alley. If I were to do this, I would have all these moments kind of coalesce together and then end with a bang. And you as the viewer know what that bang is. I'm not going to do that alley. Anyway, so let's go to the father now, Thomas Wayne. Timothy Oliphant from Justified. And I'm going to go real way back on this. Go. And was it the Girl Next Door? And Santa Clarita Diet plays a husband. I think he'd make a good Thomas Wayne. Then you got Cillian Murphy that played Scarecrow in the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. Jason Clarke is another one that I wasn't thinking, because he's in Aquaman. He's the Sea King. No, I was thinking Patrick Wilson, sorry. Jason Clarke, I think, is a good option. I was getting mixed up with Patrick Wilson. I apologize. Patrick Wilson was in Aquaman. And then the last one here is, you saw him playing Ronan, the Accuser. Lee Pace. I think he'd do a good Thomas Wayne. Now we're going to move on to Alfred. We're going to get some names again that you've heard me talk about, because I'm a big fan. Mark Strong playing Alfred. Picture him bald, tall, thin, long-tailed suit, his deadpan, flat pan humor that's sarcasm and mockery to Bruce, I think would be just beyond funny. Then you got Ian Glenn. If you watch Game of Thrones, he plays Jorah Mormont, the guy that got grayscale and can't stay away from Daenerys Targaryen. I think he'd make a good Alfred. Stanley Tucci. This is going to be somewhat fun. Like, you're going to put a little bit of humor in this. You know, it all depend on, like, if you had Stanley Tucci, then I say have Oscar Isaac play Batman. Someone, or Kit Harington, someone that could play off of Stanley Tucci playing Alfred. I think that would be entertaining. Doesn't need to be dark and gloomy. Tom Hiddleston, Loki, playing Alfred. A little younger, but I think interesting. Then you got Jason Isaac, Malfoy's dad in Harry Potter. That guy to play Alfred. He's got a way of behaving I think is interesting when he's acting. And then let's go to Robin. Good old Robin. So what I have for Robin is Robert Sheenan. I think he would be good. Because you got to go young. Tom Holland, Spider-Man. Then you got Taron Egerton. That's a guy from The Kingsman. Then I got Isabella Moner. She's playing in Dora the Explorer. She's just coming out. I think her running around in a Robin suit would be pretty badass. And then you got, for another in the same mindset, Maisie Williams. She plays in Game of Thrones as well. She's Arya Stark, the young one. Now we're going to move on to Commissioner Gordon. You got David Harbour, the guy that played Hellboy in the recent Hellboy that's in theaters right now. Get him to play Commissioner Gordon. You throw a big old mustache on him. I think him getting angry and grumpy at Batman for not spilling the beans or going too far would be interesting. And on the same page of that is Josh Brolin, Mel Gibson, or Alan Tudyk. Alan Tudyk played Wash in Firefly and Serenity. He's also, what else? If you watch that DC TV show Powerless, he's the owner of the newspaper. Anyway, these would be good choices. Again, I have Idris Elba as Commissioner Gordon. You just let him have some facial hair, throw a trench coat on him, maybe get him to smoke on a rooftop with the Batman light on. Yeah, that's an easy fit too. Idris Elba. Now we're going to go on to Mr. Fox. Tom Hardy. The idea that I have for Mr. Fox is that he's still going to be the guy that runs the business, but he's also like an engineer at heart. He can create, a creator, if you will. So yeah, Tom Hardy. Seen him pull out welders and cutters and all sorts of equipment to make all sorts of new equipment for Batman. You do those montages with, and here, just think of that in mind. Mr. Fox in a montage of creation. And I'm just going to give you a bunch of actors that you can see doing this, welding and whatnot in construction. Tom Hardy. You know Tom Hardy from Venom. Will Smith. I don't need to. Jamon Hosu. He played in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's the guy with the machinery in his head. He was also in Captain Marvel. He was part of Jude Law's crew. You know what? Jude Law as Alfred. I didn't even think of that. I think that's a great idea. Anyway, Jamon Hunsu. Sorry, hard name to enunciate for me. I think it'd be an interesting one. Then you got Benedict Cumberbatch. These would be all interesting choices for Mr. Fox. Then Catwoman, Alexandra Daddario. She was in, from what I can recall, she's in that Percy Jackson movies. She plays the Athena, what do you call them now? Demigod, the one running around with Percy. Get her to play Catwoman. Tessa Thompson, Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok. Naomi Rapace, she was in the Prometheus. She was the main woman, as well as she was in the Robert Downey Jr. Second Sherlock Holmes movie. She was the gypsy running around with him. Then you got Rebecca Ferguson, Evangeline Lilly, she plays the Wasp, and Ruby Rose. I'm sure you know who these people are. I had to look a lot of these people up. These are prime candidates for Catwoman. I think would be interesting to see, all for different reasons. Then you got Harvey Dent, District Attorney. Richard Madden, which is Robb Stark from Game of Thrones. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, you know him, Walking Dead. And then you got you know what, like another gender bend on this. Elizabeth Moss, Deborah Ann Woll, and Carla, oh man, Gugino. Scrap that last name. I can't enunciate her name, her last name. But she was in Sin City. She was the doctor that would deal with Marv. Gave him the pills, stitched him up. Who Marv went to in the middle of the night when he was all beat up and cut up. That woman is Carla. I can't enunciate her last name. It's probably real simple, and I just don't know it. Anyway, these would all be good ideas. Like Two-Face doesn't need to be a man. You could be a man or a woman. District Attorney. It'd be interesting to see a gender bend on that role. Someone that is completely stable in one moment, and then ruthless and animalistic the next, with just a flip of the coin. Flip of a coin, it's ugly side up, out comes the gun, and Two-Face goes to work. It'd be interesting to see either or on this. So you go with Harlita Dent instead of Harvey Dent or something like that. It'd be interesting. Now we go to Harley Quinn. You got Nathalia Emmanuel. She's from Game of Thrones. She's the translator for Daenerys Targaryen. Then you got Zazie Beetz that played a Deadpool. She played Domino. And then you got Sophia Boutella. She's in The Kingsman. She was the one with the blade feet. Lupita Nyong'o. You got in Us. I think all of these would make great Harley Quinns. Some scarier than others, but I think it'd all be interesting. But this was like a barrage of names for each role, and when you rearrange it with all these options, you get a completely different movie, completely different feel and attitude and atmosphere. And just to show you, I just wanted to show you all that with all these options, that you can get a completely different feel for this type of movie. Oh yeah, one last one that I missed for Batman. Good old Kylo Ren, Adam Driver as Batman. He's big, he's tall, he's imposing. People got to give him a chance. That role isn't the best. Watch him in other films, and you'll change your mind about him as an actor. But again, just my ideas. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you discovered some new performers that brought you to some more entertaining and time well spent movies, I guess. Thank you for dropping by. I'm just rambling now. Sorry if I went too far too long. Thanks for dropping by and have a great day. Okay, bye-bye.